Hi everybody, this is Too Big. You might know me from Global Chat. I'm making a cookie run crumble guide on how to complete 1030. This is a very, very, very hard stage. I've been stuck on it for pretty much the entire day, and this was the only team that got me the victory. I haven't changed it or anything. You can see I kind of just beat 1030 because I'm on stage 11:10 right now. But the reason why this team works is because of the way that the boss, the 1030 boss works. It's not like your everyday boss where you would kind of use something more like rye cookie or popcorn cookie, because those two have a lot of single hit damage, but that doesn't work so well for 1030 because the boss spawns miniature things that your troops will go after if you don't have splash damage. So that's why you see cookies like Nameless K-Cow, Dark Choco. Espresso is really good at single hit damage, but he also does multi-hit damage. Obviously, Twizzly Gummy is going to be really good for this because she locks on to everything, like all the troops that she spawns, the 1030 boss spawns. She locks onto that, but it also does the boss damage because it chains onto the boss. So she's really important. Vampire Cookie's just all around great boss killer. This is kind of a good damage increaser as well as pomegranate cookie. Pets are important for this one as well. These are the exact pets that I used. You can see up here. The ally attack is important because it gives you 10% boost in attack, as well as the little cheese one. Gives good synergy for this team. You can see some of it gives it to Twizzly Gummy and Vampire Cookie, which are like kind of carrying this build. So that's the team. Some other things to keep in mind is make sure you collect all of your collections because they give damage boosts. Make sure that all your cookies are leveled up. I have them leveled up to my previous max, which was 34. Make sure your resolve is as high as possible. This is important too. Make sure it's 33. Make sure you're doing arena for fame. Make sure you're doing as much sugar gnome as you can. Make sure to try and get as good of a constellation result as you can. That's important. I got 78, which is pretty lucky. Hopefully you could get something like that. Make sure your gear is good, and yeah, that's how you beat the boss. So you'll hear a lot of common advice, right? Where you'll hear, "Oh, just move your cookies manually," and that's true to some extent, but it's also misleading because your cookies can't deal damage when they're moving. Well, I mean, except for the Milky Way cookie that just did damage with her trains there. But as you can see, I'm not killing any of them because my cookies are manually moving right now. They can only deal damage when they're standing still because that's when all their abilities toggle. So the advice to manually move your cookies away from the boss is true to some extent, but you also need to stop moving them for enough time to where they actually do the damage necessary to complete the boss, because the boss has a lot of health that it needs damage done to her in order to actually knock her out and not get 20% or 30%, or some of you may even be getting 60% if you're not using this team, because you'll use your previous advice, which worked, in doing single hit damage. Hopefully you're not using any tanks like Ion Cookie. He's really bad for boss killing. But yeah, this is the team. It has a lot of SSRs. It's a full SSR team. If you don't have one of the SSRs, really, I would say the only ones that are pretty necessary would be Vampire, Espresso, and Twizzly Gummy. Those are really, really necessary. Strawberry Shortcake is good to have too. Some swaps I would do. It's tough to say. I had a lot of luck with Witchberry Cookie. In fact, I'm probably going to be using her in the future. She was how I got down to 21% without any of these SSRs. So I would swap her out. She's a good swap out if you're missing one of the ranged cookies. If you're missing something like Vampire Cookie that does a lot of single hit, I would maybe swap in Rye or Popcorn in his place. But really on this one, you're going to want to have a lot of damage dealers, so that's single hit, and you're also going to want to have enough splash damage to where your cookies can take out the troops that the boss spawns really quickly. So anyways, that's my guide for completing the 1030 boss. I wish you guys all a lot of luck I'm looking forward to actually playing the game now that the 1030 boss is done. So, bye-bye, everybody, and good luck. Hopefully you can pull Wind Archer and the other one. I forgot his name.